Yo, it's Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And we are the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Alright, so this is something that I really don't...
Hold on, we got some housekeeping before you get into it. We have some deaths this week.
Well, I was going to do that in the middle of the episode, but go ahead.
No, let's knock it out now.
I mean, I just don't like to start the podcast off grim.
Or we can celebrate their lives. It doesn't have to be grim per se. Doesn't have to be grim per se. I just like to get the housekeeping out of the way and and have a moment of silence for some goats.
So since Samir is struggling, we're going to give a rest in peace to Leiji Matsumoto, who was a legendary manga creator. He passed away at the age of 85 years old earlier this week.
Yeah, so, the amount of works I've seen from this man and the chokehold he had on my childhood is just the amount of his art style is legendary and easily recognizable. He did Interstellar 55, Captain Harlock, Queen Esmeralda's, Galaxy Railways, just to name a few. And it's just, oof. I mean, Fire Sights, that was really good. That's a deep cut there. But yeah, he passed away, and it's like, honestly, to say that he isn't a Stan Lee of anime isn't too far stretched. Honestly, he has had so much influence on the industry, and he would be missed. He was active up until several years ago, so it wasn't like it was just really sudden. But yeah, man, this one hits pretty hard. There was another one, actually. Who was the other one that passed?
Yeah, the other person who passed was Toru Okada. And so he is known for creating the PlayStation logo sound effect that's, from PS1, I think, up until when the PS3 first came out, it did have something, but it wasn't like instrumental. It was just like a whomp kind of thing.
Yeah. But the PS1 and I think PS2 had a chime.
Yeah, he passed away at the age of 73. And he was also a founding member of a Japanese rock band called the Moonriders.
Oh, cool name.
Yeah, I don't believe a cause of death has been reported, but yeah, gotta say rest in peace to those two individuals. Samir, what you got?
Okay, let's see. Hang on, get the first story. I'm trying not to steal your stories because you get annoyed about that. Hey, so what part do you think Steve Yeun's going to have in the Thunderbolts?
Steve Yeun, for starters?
Correct.
I really have no idea. But yeah, so guys, Steve Yeun is actually a part of the Thunderbolts, and I really can't really think of a single Asian person in the Thunderbolts.
What's funny is, I say, what about Yo-Yo? Oh boy, he was on Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and the Yo-Yo in the Marvel is a woman who was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that show that you continuously shit on, despite the fact that it was well established. Despite
the fact that
they don't want to acknowledge it in the MCU.
They don't want it. So look, if you want me to respect the show, Marvel needs to respect the show.
Well,
how about that?
That's Kevin Feige. That's my only issue with Kevin Feige. It's like, bro, you need to acknowledge that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a thing, because not only did Phil Coulson appear in pretty much every single episode, Jamie Alexander reprised her role as Sif.
It's like 3 times.
3 times. Nick Fury Sam Jackson appeared as Nick Fury, and Kobe Smulders was on an episode, and there was somebody else. I can't remember who, but it's just like, come on, man. Put some respect on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man.
I mean, it's hard because when you compare
how is it hard? It's been on for 5. It was on for 5 years, and if Daisy Johnson shows, if Chloe Bennett shows up in a Marvel movie as Daisy Johnson, that's all the confirmation I need. Kevin Feige ain't even got to say nothing. And then after that, I want you to eat crow and be like, okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon.
I mean, if it happens, it probably ain't. I'm just saying, it's like we got Loki coming back for season 2. We have a bunch of other Marvel offerings: Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision. It's like the amount of qualities these shows have, and then you compare it to Agents of Shield. It just seems like the Valenti verse. It's like, no, I don't want to. No, Marvel's better than that.
I'm just saying, dude. That's different though, because none of the Arrowverse shows had any correlation with the struggling DC universe that was coming off the ground. Hell, the Arrowverse was around before the DCEU. Did you forget Arrow started in 2011?
Yeah.
Shoot, we didn't get Man of Steel until 2013.
I'm not saying it wasn't out for a long time. I'm just saying we've outgrown that kind of entertainment model.
Okay, whatever. Check the chat. Really, you don't know where the chat is?
I forget sometimes.
Right-hand corner.
Actually, it changed.
Okay, bottom right-hand corner. See where it says people, chat, media?
Yes, I see it now. Okay. Hey,
yeah.
Kitten. A lot of background noise.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I have no idea who Steve Yeun can be. Maybe Amadeus Cho?
He's too old.
I know, but
what is he, like 38?
They made Billy and Tommy little kids as opposed to teenagers. So anything is possible.
39. I was close.
Yeah. So
I didn't know he was married.
Yes. So anything.
Oh, they look good together. Good for them.
Samir, focus.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay. So next, it's your turn. Never mind. I'm about the last topic.
All right. So, speaking of Steve Yeun and where a lot of people seem to recognize him from, The Walking Dead, the Rick and Michonne spinoff has actually begun filming. God. Why is this a thing? We get it. People kind of still love The Walking Dead.
They must, because they put money into it. The ratings were enough to give them spinoffs.
Yeah, but the
actors came back. I'm like,
Andrew Lincoln never officially left. He just wanted to do like smaller seasons because he lives in the UK and he's spending all the time in Georgia. His kids probably don't recognize him because he's been so damn sunburned.
Bruh, it's like those seasons are so long.
They're not long. They're 16 episodes. It's AMC. Stop it.
Long.
How is that long? What?
I don't know.
What's the average season nowadays? 12 episodes?
It needs to be 13, 12. That's it. Tops. Sometimes 10. All right? That's all you need. You can't tell your story in that time. GTFO.
Okay, so you watched all of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones eventually had longer seasons.
It did not.
Okay, we got.
It had longer episodes.
Because I could have sworn Game of Thrones went from like 12 to like 16.
No. Right. I think it got shorter, actually, if anything.
Go to Wikipedia. Episodes. No, I don't want production. Just show me the episodes. I swear I hate Wikipedia sometimes. 73 episodes. Here we go.
10,
okay,
7,
it got
6.
shorter.
And the episodes got longer. So the runtime for these episodes, did it have the runtime?
I get it. It's probably like an hour and a half. They went the Stranger Things route.
Yeah.
But
that's the gold standard. I'm sorry. But
that's not the gold standard. The gold standard for premium cable has always been 12.
Fine. But you should not exceed that.
Every show has been 12.
Look, the point is network television needs to catch up and needs to start having these 20-something long episodes.
Hey. Network television relies on ads to survive. So that's why they always go with 23. It's called seasonal television. That's why they have pilot season. That's why HBO doesn't deal with pilot season. You know why? Because they start their shows whenever. When the hell did The Last of Us start again? Oh, yeah. Mid-January.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they don't have to deal with pilot season. Because you know why they don't have to deal with ad revenue? Because they get money from the cable companies, from everyone who pays for Showtime or HBO or the movie channel or Cinemax, if that's even still a thing, or Epix or MGM Plus.
All of those are a thing still.
But yeah, I'm not watching The Walking Dead Plus. I haven't watched The Walking Dead since season 4 when they decided to butcher the Governor prison arc and they killed
the last
Andrea
thing
and
I
Rick's baby live. It's just like, bro, that baby should have been dead. Okay, that baby was supposed to get mowed down with her mama. Her mama was not supposed to die in childbirth. They killed old girl who Carl was supposed to eventually end up with, Sophia. It's just like, bro, I got into the comic because of this show. So tell me how. When I watched all of season 1, read pretty much all the arcs up until wherever it was. Season 2 comes around. I'm like, all right, I'll let it slide. Okay, they changed it. They killed Sophia. I don't even remember what season 3 was. I'm like, why is Shane still here? Shane shouldn't even made it to Herschel's farm. Okay, Shane dies before they even leave.
I think that's when I stopped watching. Honestly, I didn't get very far at all.
I'm like, why is Rick's quote unquote friend still walking around? Man goes into a coma and you just bang his wife?
I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch.
Yeah, stuff happens.
I'm done with The Walking Dead. And hey guys, spoiler alert. Rick was supposed to die. Rick was also supposed to lose a hand, but hey, guess what? Andrew Lincoln's still out here running around with 2 hands, but they cut off Herschel's leg. Why? I wanted Rick to have his little claw thing. Is that too much to ask for? You shot Carl in the face, but Rick couldn't have his hand? I mean, couldn't have his claw?
The claw.
Don't do that. But anyway, yeah, man. The hell with The Walking Dead. I like Robert Kirkman, and I like the comic, but the hell with that franchise. I'm actually kind of glad that The Walking Dead got the notoriety it got, because the whole reason it was in black and white, because they didn't want to pay a color. So now they're re-releasing it in color as we speak. And they're doing it as oversized issues, so it's usually 2 or 3 issues. And
that must be costing a pretty penny.
Yeah, I think it's $8.99, but it's 3 issues.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's either 2 or 3 issues, but yeah. What do you got?
Okay. Do you want to hold out the state of play and then knock that, or you want to go into it now?
I mean, you can talk about the state of play, but like I said, fuck that.
Stop being a bitch.
I'm not being a bitch. There was nothing in there that caught my eye, and I was just like, I'm cool, man.
Okay, it's not. You said I have an opinion about it, man. Have some work ethic, all right?
Have work ethic. This motherfucker here. I don't do every damn thing on this podcast. You telling me to have work ethic?
Did I stutter?
I'm running the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook.
You also playing the very small violin.
I don't give a shit. You said I ain't got no work ethic, so I'm gonna go off on all my work ethic. I do post-production, I do production, editing, all that. So, which
you forgetting the big part though.
What?
I bring the looks.
Oh,
I'm the cute one.
This guy stinks.
You ain't even want to be on camera.
I don't think I remember saying that.
Yes, you did. You said, I don't want people to see me. And I said, and I quote, Samir, your face is on the album art. They already know what you look like.
That wasn't a problem I had. It's hard looking this good all the time. All right?
Shut up. Get into the lame state of play.
All right. Its state of play was, unfortunately, pretty lame. All right. So I'm not going to knock out I'm going to tackle the big ones towards the end. I'm going to talk about the good and talk about, let me lead in with the good. Okay. So they revealed I think the last 3 announced characters for Street Fighter 6. Zangief, Lily, and Cammy. Zangief obviously is a OG staple character. Yeah. And he looks amazing, honestly. I don't even like Zangief as a main or anything like that, but good God, he looks so good. And they had all his signature moves. They brought back the lariat, the spinning pile driver. Everything looked just chef's kiss. All right, and then obviously Lily, who is the daughter of T-Hawk, and they debuted this brand new character.
Did they confirm that?
Yeah, no, she's definitely the daughter of T-Hawk based on her moves and things like that. And obviously, because T-Hawk is a heavy hitter, long reach character, she's a small girl, probably no more than 15 at the most. She has to fight. She's a weapon fighter, which is cool. So that extends her reach, and she's actually a large character in a small frame, which is always fun to see. So that's cool. And my favorite character, at least one of my favorite characters, Cammy. Oh my god, the new look, just the drip, the style, the energy, just everything about it was just, oh my god, it was so good, so good. And I love did you notice the callback to the animated movie?
Bro, it's been so long since I watched that movie. I was actually thinking about it a few days ago. I wonder if it's still on Prime.
I don't know. I had the DVD somewhere. But yeah, that move where she handstands on your shoulders, spins, and then
that's right.
Down.
Yeah,
that was in the animated. Basically. Yeah, that was in the animated movie. That neck snapping move that she has. That was definitely a callback from the Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. So cool. And anyways, love the new outfit. They honestly, I can't wait for this game to come out. It looks so freaking good. Next is going to be, they have the launch date announcement for Baldur's Gate 3. So we got a lengthy trailer for Baldur's Gate where they pretty much gave us some story information, and they also debuted J.K. Simmons. I think they debuted it. I don't know if they talked about it earlier in other updates, but this is probably one of the first times that he got a good stint of actual dialogue. J.K. Simmons was voicing one of the antagonists of the game. Hey, so that was pretty freaking cool.
Tell the audience who J.K. Simmons is, or they may know him from.
Seriously? Like Whiplash, J. Jonah Jameson. How am I drawing a blank? I know I've seen him in other things.
Wow.
Legend of Korra. He played Tenzin. I mean, those are three that come to mind immediately, but I know I see more with him in it.
Juno.
Yeah, he was the dad in Juno.
Oz on HBO.
Oh yeah, he was in Oz, wasn't he? Yep. I didn't watch Oz, but I forgot he was in that. Yeah, dude, Oz was. Look, I saw some clips on TikTok, and yeah, Oz was nuts, man. Dear God. Anyways, getting back to it.
Yeah, the man Max info. He watching Oz clips on TikTok.
I'm not watching Oz on HBO Max. What do I look like? This ain't 2004. Okay, so in addition to that trailer where they debuted the antagonist and more story implications, they also talked about the system requirements, which are changed now. It's a little harder to run this game than it was in the past. So I'm running the minimum requirements and the recommended real quick. So minimum requires a 64-bit processor in an operating system, obviously. The processor is a minimum Intel i5 4690 and a AMD FX 8350 with a minimum of 8 gigs of memory, and graphics is a GTX 970 or a RX 480 4 gig version, and obviously DirectX 11, and storage is a whopping 150 gigs. Dear God. I mean, it's not that big a deal on PC, but yeah, that's going to eat you unless you have already changed your hard drive on your PS5.
I just added an additional hard drive, so I have almost 2 terabytes.
Oh, then you good, and then you should play the game. All right, recommended.
How about
obviously 64-bit processor is i7 8700K and an AMD Ryzen 5 3600. And a minimum of 16 gigs of memory. Graphics is a RTX 2060 Super and a RX 5700 XT for the AMD side, and of course the same storage space. So yeah, that's this is obviously for 1080p 60 frames, I believe. I don't think this is for higher resolutions. They never stipulate that. Honestly, they really should, but I want to guess this is for 1080p because these definitely going to be running 4K on this game. That is for sure. One more thing I wanted to point out also. Oh yeah, the PS5 version and the PC version are launching the same day on August 31st. They did not talk about the Xbox version, which was weird. But yeah, that's the big thing with.
Why would they talk about the Xbox version at a PlayStation State of Play?
Yeah, you're right. But as far as we don't have a release date for the Xbox version, but I'm sure it is either the same day or very soon after. Okay, we got a lot of news on Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh my god. So this trailer confirms the return of mercenary mode, which I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Also, they also showed more of the game and implied a lot of things that had me very excited and surprised. So you watched this one, right?
I did.
Yeah. So you notice how much of the first game? Do you remember the first version of the game? Do you remember?
I never beat it because my GameCube broke.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
I know you're not talking, Mr. Hey, let me borrow your Twilight Princess to never return it.
I mean, I don't like Zelda. I don't say that right now.
So he borrowed the game for.
I thought that was the game that everyone says you gotta play Twilight Princess. I'm like, fine, I'll try. Getting into it, I really hate Zelda.
The game everyone tells you should play is A Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time. You don't just jump right in with Twilight Princess.
Anyways,
but you might like Breath of the Wild though. You really?
No, I'm not gonna play Breath of the Wild.
I mean, yeah, because your Switch is collecting dust.
I mean, yes. What was I gonna say?
Resident Evil.
Yes. So do you remember the character Louise?
I don't even think I got that far.
Oh my god! So the character Louise I think he was a journalist, and he was basically investigating the disturbances around the village and trying to gather information. Anyways, his character meets an untimely end. Not that far into the game, honestly. He doesn't have that much.
I think I remember him now because I was like,
right. But his character seems to have a lot more going for him this time around. Like
see, that's my issue with remakes. It's like, bro, so y'all just gonna change the whole game up?
That's not changing the whole game up, but they're going to give him more gravity. So if
kill him at the beginning of the game the way he originally got killed.
Maybe they expand on his character and they give us more love and then kill him, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt us. We're not going to have. It's going to hurt. It's going to be sad. I already kind of like the guy. Now he's going to die again. I'm like, no, I want to like him more. But yeah, that was. So in addition to the
Mercenaries mode?
The Mercenaries mode. They also showed a clip of what the Krauser fight is going to look like. That shot is active as fudge. Yo, so you know the countering system with the blade, right? The knife?
I saw.
Right. So you're going to be legit knife fighting this guy. There's no QTEs anymore. Like, you're going to be you're in it. It's like he's in it right now. I'm like, yo, oh my God, it looks so cool. Yo, I'm excited. Dude, it looks so good, man.
I can tell. But like I said, that whole state of play, I'm like...
No, I've been seeing the whole state of play. I've been talking for dang 10 minutes now, and it's all been good stuff. So clearly the state of play wasn't completely trash.
To you.
Okay, so let the record show that Bernard thinks the highly anticipated game, Street Fighter 6, Baldur's Gate 3, and Resident Evil 4 Remake are trash announcements because no one cares about them or something.
I mean, we already talked about Resident Evil 4. We just got a little bit more.
I gave you more information. That's what we do. We inform people, Bernard.
Yeah, but they really didn't show us anything new besides the mercenary mode. That's all that they showed us. And
most of that trailer was new content.
That's cinematics. I mean, we didn't get
we saw tons of gameplay all throughout that cinematic.
Samir, is that a spider on my ceiling? Sorry. Why are you looking up like you can see the spider?
I didn't look up. I don't know what you're talking about.
You literally did look up. All right. But no, I mean, so my whole thing with the state of play is like, y'all should just go to E3 if y'all just gonna do this at this point, man.
Nobody wants to go to E3 anymore. E3's dead.
Yeah, I'm glad you can finally accept that because I said that. I think we just talked about this
we talked about it last episode. They were either last episode or the episode before that.
Yeah, and
it's like E3's dead.
When
what
happened?
Everyone pulled out. I think all we're gonna have is a bunch of indie developers and single and independent studios.
Yeah, but I'm just like, Yeah, there was nothing in this state of play that interested me. I mean, yeah, one of those VR games was cool, but guess what? I'm not paying $550 for a PlayStation VR.
Sir, VR is expensive. I think that's actually a good price for a VR headset.
Okay.
You want to see the prices for the other headsets?
I know what the prices are for the other headsets.
So what are you tripping?
Look, I'm just saying, okay?
Yes and no. Okay, is that you can't afford? Let's say you're not ready to buy it. Fine, that's fine. But you don't think 500 is a fair price?
No, because at least all the other VR systems, they don't need a system to hook up to. They're completely independent.
Bitch, yeah, they do. I gotta hook it up to my PC. That's the system. You gotta have a PC that can run the game, and you gotta have the headset on top of it. VR is expensive. You tripping? Okay, HTC Vive is like $900.
Okay.
Yeah, the Oculus, the one that plugs in, that thing's like let me see how much that thing costs. If they even still sell it,
they still sell it.
Yeah, they still sell it. I'm just saying, like those things are expensive.
Okay, Samir, I get it. You're going off on a tangent there.
No, I just told you out of pocket. Hang on.
Oh my God! See, this is what I'm talking about. Because now you're not talking. Because now there's just dead air, just you playing the keyboard.
I got to know. Now I have to know.
You don't have to know because you're not going to buy it, and no one cares.
People care.
No one who listens to this podcast is going to buy a damn Oculus or VR. Okay?
Can
you please get back to the state of play?
You don't know. Oh my God. Okay. The Oculus Meta, the Quest Pro is $1,500. So no, sir. I think Sony's actually being pretty fair, actually. But you disagree. How much would you pay for a VR headset?
Maybe $350.
Maybe $350. Okay. And what do you want it to do? Because they're gonna have to cut off some features.
Okay. I'll use the regular PlayStation move.
Like okay, refresh my memory on this version. Like, is it? Yeah, you're right. They have new controllers now. They actually design controllers now. They have finger tracking. That is not easy, sir. Okay, finger tracking on the controllers now. I think is the headset like either partially wireless or completely wireless?
It's wired. It's not wireless.
Okay. All right, and then they probably have like the cameras and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I think 500 is actually pretty fair for entry level VR. And yeah, I think you're tripping. You just ain't seen them other prices. Come play VR on PC and see how you feel. All right, getting back to that. Destiny announced the Lightfall expansion, and
that game is still getting freaking expansions.
Yeah, people are playing it. It's actually has a very healthy fan base.
I know.
Player
still
base.
Playing it.
Yeah. So it was just 5 days away from its launch on February 28th. Hey, Bernard.
Don't shout that crap out on my birthday. I don't play that shit.
Wow. Why are you so toxic? Oh yeah. By the way, yeah. So by the time our next episode rolls around, Bernard's birthday would already pass. So let's give Bernard a happy birthday on the 28th.
Thank you for saying something I was going to say towards the end of the podcast.
Bitch! Let's see it in the podcast. Let's celebrate all through the podcast. How about that? All right.
Okay, we've been doing the podcast for 28 minutes and you decided to wait 28 minutes.
Yeah. All right. It's Bernard's birthday, and let's make him feel real special. Real special. Give him a big wet kiss.
You don't shut up and finish your damn state of play shit.
All right. So, Lightfall expansion February 28th. They revealed a lot of VR games. All right, so let's start working our way into the shitty part of the experience, the state of play. So none of these VR games look any good. They kind of just threw a bunch of VR games because it's like, yo, we need VR games so they can buy the headset. I'm like, they pretty much just went for the whole quantity over quality thing. And that's what it's looking like. All these games look
really
trash.
The issue with most of the PlayStation VR games, with the VR 1, like I probably only have about 3 games I actually paid for. So I got Iron Man, which came with it, Beat Saber, and Fruit Ninja, and everything else is just like free stuff. Like I got the VR. Oh, I actually bought a VR shooter because I needed the gun. It's not Farpoint.
Super Hot?
No. I don't even want to go get my games, but I can't remember the name of the game.
Yeah. All right. So
and I'm mad about that because I bought the game and I already had it on PlayStation Plus. But at least this way
could you trade it in?
No. I mean I could, but I won't get anything with it. I can sell the gun. That's the only reason why I bought it. Because they don't sell the VR gun individually anymore. And I can sell that for like $200 on eBay.
You really should trade in that headset.
I'm gonna give it to my goddaughter.
All right. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Tetris Effect developers revealed a new project called Humanity, and yeah, it looks. I mean, anyway, this one's also on PSVR and VR2.
You're actually going over the VR games, okay?
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to talk about the stuff that you gave two craps about.
No, I'm not you. I'm going to talk about everything. I said that I was spent the last 5 minutes talking about VR, man.
Well, then you should have started with VR because that's what the State of Play started with.
Yeah, well, I'm leaning my way into the crappy part of the State of Play, and the VR was like the first one. Yeah, so Tetris Effect, a developer, which I'm not sure what their name is called, but yeah, it's a new title called Humanity, and I mean, I'm not sure how to describe this game, but basically this spirit-like dog creature is leading hundreds upon hundreds of humans in a like a lemming style, stampede or something, and you just basically have to herd them around. I don't know, honestly. And there's a stage creation tool. Looks kind of, I guess, kind of interesting, but it seemed kind of one-to-one.
That shit did not look interesting at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the VR games was a mess. There was just this one that was like a shooter and you got like telekinesis. That was the only one that actually looked good to me. And I can't even remember the name of it. I think it started with an F.
All right. Well, anyways, yeah. Then they also gave us more. This one wasn't disappointing. It's just it kind of just lent more to the overall underwhelming feeling of the State of Play. But to Chia, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name of this game. I've only played it a couple times, but this is up and coming Wind Waker, pseudo Wind Waker exploration game, and yeah, I guess it looks pretty nice. And so far, the game looks pretty well designed. So hopefully, this comes out. It does launch on March 21st, so that's cool. The next one, okay, this one actually I was pretty excited for. Goodbye Volcano High seems pretty dope. I was like, oh god. Yeah, it's a coming of age narrative game that will be going to PS5 and PS4. It gets launched on June 15th. Why did you say, oh my god? Like, what's wrong with this title? It's so cool.
I don't like games that you don't actually control a character. It's just all quick time.
You didn't like the Telltale games then either?
No, because you can actually control the Telltale. You can actually control the characters in the Telltale games. Because in the Telltale games, you have to actually find puzzles and clues and things of that nature. It's not just all quick time events.
Well, I don't know if this game's going to be like that. It's just a narrative game.
I mean, that's what it looks like from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, but you could also call Telltale games a narrative game.
I didn't say it wasn't a Telltale games are narrative games, but you also control your character is what I'm saying.
I think you can control your character in this one.
I don't know. It didn't look like it. It just looked like a straight animation driven game where you just hit triangle, square, R3. Just it gave me Rapper the Rapper vibes.
Well, I love the aesthetic. I love the premise. Everything seems really cool. I can't wait for it.
I'm gonna go play Guardians of the Galaxy when we're done.
All right, and then we have Boruto cross Naruto.
They're gonna need to stop making those games. I'm sorry, hot take.
People keep buying them.
I get that, but they are basically like every other Dragon Ball Z game. Remember how we used to get hyped up over Dragon Ball Z Budokai?
Sure.
And then we were just like, oh, it's the same game, but Now the difference is you can move from left to right and you can hover. And then Tenkaichi Budokai came out and they introduced fusions.
Oh god, Tenkaichi was so whack.
And there was nothing like really like different about it. And that's how I feel about the Naruto games. Ever since PS3 when the first Naruto Shippuden game came out.
Ultimate Ninja Storm? The first one?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like, oh god, why?
Well, people are buying them and having fun with them.
And that's so crazy to me because we got like 2 Full Metal Alchemist games and that was it.
Oh, that's where it comes out.
No. You don't usually
salty.
You don't usually see anime games thrive that well unless like they're heavily combat driven. But Naruto is so open world, it's also kind of frustrating and annoying. And I can honestly probably say the only one that really perfected that was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Well, I wasn't. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really that into Dragon Ball games, but you know, and honestly, I'm not that into this one. I'm really over Naruto as a whole because it's like I don't know. I just outgrew it. But
I got to get back into Kakarot because I bought the DLC and I beat the Frieza part, but I didn't do the other 2 parts. And the thing that pissed me off was I paid for the season pass, but come on, they released another one, and now I got to pay for that one separately. Nickel and dime us, Samir. Nickel and dime us.
Yeah. Oh, what else is new? All right. They gave us a new trailer for Digital Extreme and Airship Syndicate. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Anyway, tired. All right. Sorry. Let me start that over. Anyways, we got a new look of the up-and-coming action RPG Wayfinder, where you work together with friends to push back hostile forces and in the environment. So, yeah, it looks kind of okay there. This one looks fine. Again, nothing wrong with this trailer particularly. It's just kind of, again, lended to the underwhelming vibe of the entire state of play, essentially. Now let's go into the real stinker of the state of play, which is Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. And oh boy, there's a lot to say about this and unpack this.
Only thing I can say is this: Rocksteady, you lost a customer. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so
and quit this ain't a goddamn ASMR podcast.
They gave us a 15-minute look at this game overall, and I gotta say they spent most of that time just shoving edited cinematics and gameplay down our throat. Like there was no actual gameplay in that trailer, and it was so the
they
pacing
showed some gameplay.
No, they did. They showed what looked like gameplay, but based on the angles and other things like that, that was not live gameplay.
No, when they're talking about the game, they actually show gameplay. When they quote unquote break down all the characters, bro, I left a very angry comment on the video on YouTube. Let me see if I can actually go to it. So, like I said, this disappointed me. All right. So I said, and I quote, "Y'all lost me with this one by," and I said this in caps, "giving everyone a gun and making it a internet required online game. Why couldn't this just be a one-player game?" Shaking my head. Yes, it has the option to be a one-player game, but kind of, sort of.
You got the control by bots. Yeah. And I gotta say, the most iconic weapon of Captain Boomerang, a gun. It just makes no sense. And then they said,
you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Jason So jumping in Gotham Knights because he uses the boomerang with a Speed Force bracelet, which is not a thing.
Hold on, it's not a thing, but that is reminiscent. That is reminiscent of Captain Boomerang 2 from pre-Crisis.
Yes,
pre-Flashpoint.
That's his son. That's not.
Did they explain how he got those speed powers?
His mom's a meta. That's not Digger Harkness. I mean that's Digger Harkness. That's not Owen.
Yes, I know it's the first one. So,
hell, he's on the Flash right now. But yeah, fucking.
Anyways, then they have King. They had King Shark using a minigun. I'm like, why? It just hurts my face. It's like for the last time, none of these characters should be using guns except the gun guy, Deadshot.
Harley uses a gun every now and then.
Oh yeah, but her guns are very signature and they're joke guns. Yeah. It's like she don't use assault rifles often, or if at all. You know, she'll use a custom looking revolver, and that's about it.
Yeah,
it's like they don't have any grasp of these characters, and I know they do because they designed them visually very well, and they clearly know how they should play. They just made it a lot of service and shoehorned in all the gun mechanics and money shops.
Yeah, like I said,
and I didn't appreciate how long they kept this game in the dark before it came out that it was a live service game. Who is shooter?
Hey, don't worry, man. It's you think people were upset about Avengers? You need to look at the comments on that DC YouTube page.
It's so crazy. It's like this was your chance. People took a dump on Marvel's Avengers, and then Arkham Gotham Knights, they just got largely ignored. No one's caring about that game right now.
Yeah.
And all those were supposed to be live service games that would get supported.
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Arkham Knights or Gotham Origins or something.
Well, anyways, yeah, so these are supposed to be live service games that get supported going forward, but it's like, I ain't seeing this game last a year and a half, to be honest.
I would honestly say I would only get this game because it's Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman. But
yeah, and it's
not a game that would be played.
Oh, also, can we talk about the timeline? This takes place 5 years after Arkham Knight. So then he never died.
No, you didn't. Did you not beat Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
You don't remember the epilogue?
Yeah, he blew everything up.
No, that wasn't the epilogue. That was the end of the game. There's something after, I think it's like right after that, they do like a time jump and you see somebody getting mugged and you literally see Batman come out the shadows and then the credits start rolling.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's fine. Still, though, it's like 5 years later and this is the garbage we get. I'm like, oh my God. It really hurt my brain. I was so angry and pissed off. I tasted copper. It was so bad.
I mean, like I said, when I told Samir to just basically skip the state of play, but he was very adamant on this. I'm like, we kind of already went over this when we found out about the leak.
Look, dude, we still got to talk about the state of play, even though you don't want to watch it.
I watched it. I just don't want to talk about it because I ain't have nothing positive to say.
Oh my God, this guy. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the bulk of the state of play as a whole. Tiny snippet. They also announced Mortal Kombat 12 in a earnings meeting, and yeah, this is happening more or less around the state of play, so that helped out significantly when they walked in with the announcement.
Yeah, and I will not be buying Mortal Kombat 12 until the Ultimate Edition or the Game of the Year Edition comes out because fuck y'all. Warner Brothers Games and NetherRealm. Y'all not getting me again for a season pass. How I bought Mortal Kombat. I want to say, did I buy that shit 3 times?
Oh my God! Why didn't you just buy the DLC packs?
No, I mean I didn't buy the DLC packs. I'm talking about the game in general because I bought 11. I got it like a day before the street date came out. Somehow, Best Buy broke their street date rule because you're not supposed to do that. So I was able to get it because I remember I was going to class and I picked it up on the way. I think I bought it again after all my games got stolen, and then I bought Mortal Kombat Ultimate.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, so very underwhelming PlayStation State of Play. So. I mean, I already know Samir's not going to read this. He's like 4 to 8 years behind on comic books. But this is something that warmed my heart, and I was like, it's the thing that got me back into comics as a child. Ultimate Invasion is coming in June. So This is actually going to be a miniseries written by Jonathan Hickman and drawn by Brian Hitch. And so this series will feature elements from the Ultimate Universe that will include a focus on the maker, who is Ultimate Reed Richards and Miles Morales. So this was actually revealed by, it was an Entertainment Weekly exclusive. So the running joke of Secret Wars 2015 was that whole book, that whole miniseries was made to bring Miles Morales over to 616.
Yes, that is yes. That was a good decision.
Okay, but that's not the only person who actually came over. And every time someone says that, I literally get into a verbal argument with them. I'm like, bro, we got Singularity out of that. Old Man Logan came over. Miles, Ultimate Reed Richards came over. Who else came over? It was a villain in Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. I can't remember his name, but he basically was like kidnapping Regent.
Oh, okay.
And a few other people I can't think of. But so Jonathan Hickman was speaking to Entertainment Weekly, and he said, I think it's fair that both Brian and I have already put in our time doing Ultimate books. So a lot of people don't know, because I think, Samir, you had already checked out like after Ultimatum.
Way before.
You checked out. No, you checked out at Ultimatum.
Nah, way before.
So you didn't read Ultimates 3?
No, I hated the Ultimates.
So you didn't read. You were reading Ultimate Spider-Man.
I was reading Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and
Ultimate Fantastic Four.
Ultimate Fantastic Four started off so good.
You were reading Ultimate Fantastic Four pretty much up until Ultimatum.
Probably significantly before then, but yeah.
All right. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I got tongue-tied. So Jonathan Hickman actually, he kind of got his start in Marvel writing a few Ultimate books. I believe he wrote a Ultimate Captain America miniseries that dealt with Nomad, and he wrote an Ultimate Hawkeye series. But yeah, so he said, I think it's fair that both Brian and I have already put in our time doing Ultimate books. So guys, Brian Hitch actually illustrated the Ultimates 1 and 2. That's where, Samuel L. Jackson gave his permission to use his likeness, and that's why we got him as Nick Fury and the MCU. And the funny thing is, I was actually thinking about going back to reread those, because they actually made a Robert Downey Jr. joke in like the first issue where Captain America punches Nick Fury in the nose and breaks his nose, and Cap's apologizing. He's like, sorry. He's like, don't worry about it. His nose has been smashed more times than Robert Downey Jr. I wonder how he took that joke. But yeah, so he said, I think it's fair to say that both Brian and I have put in our time doing the Ultimate books. So when Marvel laid this project in front of us, we both knew there needed to be a good reason to revisit the idea of Ultimate Comics beyond telling a cool story or just getting to work together, which is something we've been trying to do for years. Did he forget they worked together on Fantastic Four? All right. And he said, so with that in mind, it couldn't be replicating or revisiting what Brian did in the original Ultimates, creating a streamlined, modernized version that would eventually become the spine of the MCU, which it actually is. A lot of those costumes are heavily Ultimate Universe inspired. I would like Hawkeye to have his Ultimate suit, but not really going to happen. And it certainly couldn't be what I did, which was the final chapter of a pre-existing universe. He said, this is Brian Hitch now. He said, it's been more than 20 years since I started to work on the Ultimates, a project that would have a big impact on my own career and beyond. So when Marvel came to the idea of revisiting this with the man who so brilliantly and spectacularly destroyed the last one, yeah, he was both Fida and Jonathan is a terrific writer of big, sprawling epics, and we've talked about working together more than once. So for this new Ultimate Universe adventure to unite us is very exciting. I get to bring 2 decades of new experience as an artist and a storyteller to this. It's a new, different, and familiar. It's like a big budget, high concept, widescreen storytelling. I feel right at home. So, Hickman said, we also thought the very idea of Ultimate Comics needed to be inverted from what the original universe was. We wanted this to be something that could really exist in one comic space, a new way to think about it, and enjoying a new version of the Marvel Universe. I'm pretty happy to say that it feels like we have accomplished those things, and we're very excited for everyone to read it. So, yeah. So, I cannot actually wait to read this because, like I said before, the Ultimate Universe was what actually got me back into comics, because I was reading comics here and there. Like, I didn't know where like my local comic book store was maybe until about 2001, 2002. So I would actually check out the comics at my high school library. Shout out Piper High. It was on Smallville. And so, yeah, I found out about Twisty Land, and I was getting them at Borders first. And then, I met this bald-headed bastard, and he started borrowing my comics, and then, we was taking the bus to the...
And they turned into a beautiful friendship.
Shut up, Samir. But yeah, so this comes out in June. Check it out. Are you going to read it? I mean, it's a miniseries.
Probably not.
Of course not. So, yeah. Samir?
Yes. Next story. Hang on. All right. So, I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently they did some test screenings for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. And based on this article, the people are calling it the worst DCEU movie ever. That is almost impressive.
Okay, so here's the thing. Did you actually click on this website? Because it's giving me Screen Rant vibes. Like, it's just like the whole layout of this website. It just looks like it's like a clickbait site. Like, bro, almost every...
I mean, it's possible. I mean, let's take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, every paragraph is like... after every paragraph is like an ad or something.
I'm not getting it at all.
I tried to click on the writer of the article, and guess what? An ad popped up. I'm just like...
I'm not getting any of these.
I don't know if I can trust small-screen.co.uk. I mean...
Well, let's hope they're wrong.
I mean, if it is, we can say Jason Momoa will be out, because I think they already said that it was rumored that this was his last movie. But this is why I try not to read articles or listen to reviews, because just because the critics don't like it, that don't mean that, the general audience won't like it.
Usually I don't like what the general audience likes. It's very rare that I find myself disagreeing with the other side of the fence.
But I don't know, man. I'm trying to put in the notes about that. But yeah, man, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. And some fucktard in the comments said there's no way it could be worse than this, and posted the poster for the Suicide Squad. I'm like, bro, the Suicide Squad was not bad. All right. But, all right. Let's get into the next story, because Samir seems to be dozing off.
I'm not dozing off. I'm on low sleep, and I got off work, took a shower. I'm like...
The eyelid's been heavy for the longest.
They so heavy right now. They're so heavy. I'm trying to keep.
That's why I was trying to get you to wrap that state of play up. You spent like 15 minutes talking about the state of play.
I told you I was.
I know, and now you starting to doze off. It's just like, bro.
All right, quick
talk about.
Yeah, quick hot one. So, legendary designer Shinji Mikami is going to lead Tango Gameworks in Xbox, which sucks because I love The Evil Within, and I love all his other works. So, it sucks that he's leaving. Hopefully he can give us more projects later on wherever he ends up at.
Okay. I mean, I haven't played The Evil Within yet.
I think you might like it.
Maybe. But let me go ahead and get into this story real quick. So, Pete Docter, who is the chief creative officer of Pixar, he said that Lightyear may have asked too much for the audience. All right, so when they heard about the movie, because, sometimes people can't read between the lines, and like we said about this movie multiple times, it's not about the toy. It's about the movie that Andy saw that made him want the toy. So when they heard about it, people were like, when they hear Buds, they're like, great, where's Mr. Potato Head, Woody, and Rex? And then they were just supposed, I guess they thought like people were going to actually like see like a cowboy on this random planet with a dinosaur and a giant talking potato head. So, yeah, he was, hold on. Let me see. But yeah, I mean, I just don't get why people didn't get the concept of the movie. I mean, did it go over their heads? Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's on the shelf. I bought the steelbook. Samir, wake up.
I'm awake. I'm hearing you. You bought the damn steelbook.
All right. But yeah, so, I mean, did you even watch Lightyear yet?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on it? Because you weren't around when I reviewed it. Because you didn't see it.
Yeah, I liked it. And I think it... I wish it made more money, and it was a lot more. It's a lot better than of a movie than people lead you to believe. And this is why I don't listen to audiences, because they hated that. Well, actually, no, I think it had pretty favorable reviews.
It had a pretty good audience score. It just didn't make money because people are like, that's not Buzz Lightyear. Where's my toy that believes he's a real person? Me no understand the concept of this movie.
But yeah, so you're right. Yeah, it is favorable on both sides.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, good movie. If you haven't watched Lightyear yet, check it out. It's on Disney Plus. I wish you would have paid to see it, but too late for that. Unless you go buy the Blu-ray or buy it on like another streaming platform like Vudu, Apple TV Plus, Google Movies, what have you. Yeah, and but yeah, I might actually watch that over the weekend. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. But what you got?
All right. Okay, so new Lord of the Rings films are in the works at Warner Brothers, and I'm rumored. Like, yeah, rumored. But I'm like, yo, there's like nothing left in that IP. Let it chill. Like seriously, we got the TV show. Everyone's excited about it. Just don't kill it.
Yeah, but they're kind of going to be stepping over each other because the Rings of Power is a very, very, very far prequel. I mean, unless they're going to do Shadow of Mordor, I don't know what else they can do. Because I don't know what Amazon has and I don't know what Warner Brothers has.
True. Honestly, this is going to be very confusing, and we just need to wait for more information. But I'm just surprised they're doing any more new properties as at all. I mean, yeah, I don't see why. Yeah, but hey, maybe they see something we don't.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's try to put one more story out here, then we could pretty much. So I actually saw this on Aisle 9, and I'm just like, is this something that people really wanted? So this came out in 2013, and it's finally coming over to the U.S. So a decade later, the One Piece Dragon Ball Z crossover will finally air in the U.S. on Toonami in March. So this was actually an episode of One Piece that was preceded by an episode of Toriko, which is... Do you know what Toriko is?
Let's tell the audience.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Oh, you don't actually know. Holy crap, Samir doesn't know an anime or a manga.
Oh, Toriko. Yeah, okay. Now it's in context. Yeah, I've seen this show.
But yeah, so...
My brain's slow right now.
I can see. But yeah, so this will actually be airing on Saturday, March 4th. So next Saturday. But... I don't watch One Piece. I don't know what Toriko is. So the only person I know in this is the characters from the Dragon Ball franchise.
Yeah.
But I mean, Samir, did you watch this original dub when it came out a decade ago?
No. I mean, I watched a large portion of One Piece, obviously, and I watched Toriko. I just didn't watch a dub.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want, you can watch it and give us a review on it. I mean, that didn't sound very enthusiastic.
It is. That's just all I can muster right now. Okay. Tom Hardy says yes to Venom 3.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to try to steal my stories. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, why? So we got the stupid stinger at the end of Let There Be Carnage where he crossed over, and the whole time he stayed in Mexico in Spider-Man No Way Home. Samir, wake up.
I'm awake. I'm right here.
I'm just saying. You look like you about to just... But yeah,
Possibly.
The movie didn't... I mean, stop. Please stop, Sony. I mean, they're bad boy. They can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, they really... Oh, my God.
But I'm over it. Because, Cletus Cassidy just wanted a friend.
And they couldn't say mutant. So,
yeah.
There's that. She's just a person with powers randomly.
Yeah. And they didn't say meta either. But, all right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and get into our reviews of The Last of Us and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So what do you want to get into first? You want to talk about Ant-Man?
Let's knock out The Last of Us first.
Okay. So, where's IMDb? The Last of Us, Episode 6. Title...
Ken.
Yes, thank you. Ken, I was trying to drag it out so I can find the synopsis. All right. Here we go. So, Episode 6, Ken of The Last of Us, was written by Craig Mazin and directed by Jasmila Zibanic, who is actually a Bosnian film director and screenwriter. And she was actually optioned to direct episodes 4 and 5, but she wanted something that was a little bit more calm, just because she's actually from war-torn Bosnia. So she kind of wanted something that showed a little bit more emotion, because she said when she directed this episode, it reflected her experiences growing up in Sarajevo. All right. So the plot is simply this. 3 months after watching Henry kill himself, Joel and Ellie make it to Wyoming, where they are told the whereabouts by Marlon and his wife, Florence, who warned them about the dangers of going further west. Learning that his brother may be dead, Joel starts to suffer from a panic attack. All right. And so
I got to say, I'm actually liking the fact that he has a panic attack, and he didn't have them in the game.
Yeah. And so when they get further west, they're ambushed by a group led by Maria, who's played by Rutina Wesley, who some of you may know from True Blood or Queen Sugar, or that one movie she was in the early 2000s, How She Move. All right. And so Maria actually takes them to Jackson, Wyoming, where Joel is reunited with Tommy. And so they are provided with food, clean water, and a house. Maria cuts Ellie's hair and, warns her to be cautious of Joel, while Joel and Tommy go off and, have a brotherly chat. And Ellie also finds out about Maria's son and Sarah, because Joel, once again, is a very closed book. So Joel tries to convince Tommy to join him and Ellie. So, because Joel is starting to feel his own mortality at this point. Hence the reason he's suffering from panic attacks. And you slowly see it happen throughout the episode and throughout the series as a whole. Like him falling asleep on his left side, because, when he originally went to sleep in episode 4, he was up on his right side because that's his good ear. But, he was turned over. So that's why he didn't hear Henry and Sam step on the glass. But yeah, Tommy says, "Nah, bro, I'm good. I can't go right now. My wife is pregnant." So yeah, Joel has another panic attack after his conversation, and he sees a girl who reminds him of Sarah, who's actually a full-grown woman. And that was actually Nico Parker before the little girl came. So yeah, she was in this episode. So yeah, then Joel and Tommy meet later on. And Joel tells Tommy about, Ellie's immunity, and that's the whole reason she's going.
What?
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Bro, you asleep.
You're drowning. Hurry up.
And I'm going over the synopsis of the episode. But
You're taking too long.
So Joel and Ellie, okay, I'm just going to fast forward because Samir's falling asleep.
I'm not.
Bro, you asleep. I didn't even have to look at you. But, So yeah, Ellie gets mad because she kind of overhears the conversation, and Joel says, "You know what? It's your choice who gets to take you to the Fireflies." And she shoots at Joel. They go to the campus. The Fireflies have abandoned it. Joel gets attacked. Joel passes out, and the episode fades to black. And that cover of "Never Let Me Down Again," it's originally a Depeche Mode song. It's actually sung by Craig Mazin's daughter, Jessica Mazin. And it's not available to listen to yet, but it will be available on the soundtrack. So, thoughts, Samir? When one scene, because Tommy is a joiner, he kind of joined a commune and didn't realize that he basically became a communist, because when Maria says it, he's like, "Oh, really?" Oh, and the girl who Ellie kind of cursed at, they may have alluded that it may be Dina. You awake? You finally awake?
I'm awake. I was waiting for you to finish your sentence.
Actually, thoughts and feelings on the episode.
Oh, yeah. Well, I liked it a lot. And again, I can't stress enough how much I like all the PTSD that they employed. It grounds Joel a lot more and makes him a lot more endearing, dealing with his trauma that way, because the game doesn't really touch on that. And I definitely like the friction between him and his brother and their subsequent resolution. That was good. Ellie's Ellie, what's her name?
Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey, yeah. Great actor. She's just killing it right now. Or they're killing it. And
I don't think she's non-binary.
She's not. Oh, I thought she was. I think she came out non-binary. They came out non-binary.
I don't know. Continue talking. I'll look it up. Continue talking.
Yeah. Anyways, they doing a great job. And and she just plays well with all the other plays off the other actors really well. So yeah. I mean, I have no notes about this one. It's another 10.0.
Okay, yeah, Bella Ramsey did come out as gender fluid. All right, but yeah, I really didn't have any issues with this one. I do like the few sort of differences that they make.
I'm awake
in the episode. So, like, parallels to the game, you never step foot in Jackson. And listening to the official Last of Us podcast, Neil Druckmann actually reveals that's because of the budget. So a good chunk of that interaction and reconnection with Tommy takes place at the dam in Jackson that hydrates the entire city. So yeah, this one's going to be a solid 10 for me. I'm glad they cut the scene at the university short, because in the game that's just pretty much scrounging and foraging for stuff for like 15 to 20 minutes before the action starts to ensue. But yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything bad to say about this episode.
Seriously, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty exceptional.
And I felt like I had something, but I guess I lost it. So I don't know. Oh, I did like the when Tommy and Joe first reconnected, and he's like, "Oh, you got old," and Joe's like, "You didn't." So we know who's been having less stress in their life, because Tommy still looks the same as he did in episode 1, and it's been over 20 years since they've. Well, we don't know if it's been over 20. We don't know how long it's been since they've seen each other, but yeah, very good episode. All right, guys. So we are going to get into Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Yeah, the controversy. Oh my God.
Is there controversy?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, this is one of the lowest ranked MCU movies that we've had to date.
Yeah. All right. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, directed by Peyton Reed, who's directed the other 2 Ant-Man films, and this one is actually written by Jeff Loveness. Stars Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catherine Newton, who is replacing I can't remember who was originally Cassie in Endgame.
Well, I think I'm not familiar with the other actress, but Catherine Newton did a great job.
She did. But I was just like, really, dude, we can't. But whatever. I was just like,
I think she fits the role better than the first.
I mean, we didn't even see the first actor in anything. Really, dude? I mean, we got her for all of 2 minutes in the screen of Endgame. So I was just like, damn, they didn't even give old girl a chance. But yeah, also stars Jonathan Majors. And Carrie Stowe makes a return as MODOK. And Bill Murray as Lord Clennar. What's your old boy name from the William Jackson Harper as Quaz? David Dastmalchian, who is the only person from the original 2 movies to return from Scott's gang, but he's providing the voice of Veb. All right. So, here we go. Superhero partners Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne return to continue their adventures as Ant-Man and the Wasp, together with Hope's parents, Janet Van Dyne and Hank Pym, and Scott's daughter, Cassie. The family finds themselves exploring the quantum realm, interacting with strange new creatures and embarking on an adventure that will push them beyond the limits of what they thought possible. So that synopsis was a little bit green to me. Peyton Reed actually pitched Fantastic Four back in 2003 when Fox still had the rights to it. So he was basically saying, the internet is basically saying he finally made this Fantastic Four movie. So,
wow.
So the controversy, as Samir said, Rotten Tomatoes, who I don't listen to, decided to give this movie a 48% on the tomato meter with 353 reviews. Whereas the audience score, which has over 5,000 verified ratings, is giving it an 84%. And this is why I don't listen to the freaking critics.
That's a silly reason to listen. I mean, this one time they're and here's the problem. I'm like, no, don't get me wrong. Jonathan Major was amazing.
Samir?
Yeah.
Did you like Man of Steel?
I like parts of it. What's the point?
That movie has a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's trash. That movie's bad. It's a bad movie. That is actually a bad movie. We're arguing the quality of Ant-Man and Quantumania because it actually, for all intents and purposes, is a good movie. We don't know why it has a score like this. We know Man of Steel has pacing issues.
Okay,
all right?
Did you like
that
Eternals?
movie is too long. What?
Did you like Eternals?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But again, also it also has the score it deserves. All right, that movie also had issues with pacing and other problems. So yeah, I can see why I got that score. This one I don't see. It was well paced, well acted. I would say you can nitpick some of the characters and the direction. Like maybe Evangeline Lilly didn't have much to do. Michael Douglas didn't have much to do. But again, they were overshadowed by Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors and newcomer Catherine Newton. You know?
Did you just say Catherine Newton was a newcomer? A newcomer?
Yeah.
She is not a newcomer. I mean, she's new to the MCU. Did you not see Freaky?
Let me see what you call it.
It's basically the horror movie of Freaky Friday, where her and Vince Vaughn, they switch places and he's killing people in her body.
Oh, that came out 3 years ago.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure she's been acting stuff before that.
Then she was in Detective Pikachu.
And how old is Detective Pikachu? 2019? Paranormal Activity 4, The Society. She was in Blockers. Yeah, she's not a newcomer, dude.
Yeah, but what role should she have in 2011? She was obviously one of the kids in Bad Teacher. That don't count.
What do you mean that don't count?
Okay, correction. All right, she's not a newcomer. She's been around.
Yeah, she did TV first.
This is definitely her big break, though.
Blockers.
No, I would say Detective Pikachu was.
Bitch, Blockers.
Detective Pikachu definitely the bigger break.
Sir, she was one of the main daughters in Blockers.
94 million at the box office. Detective Pikachu, 400 million at the box office. That is her big break.
Bruh. She barely had anything to do in Detective Pikachu. She was the reporter who had a side duck. You saw her in that movie twice. That's why I said Blockers. She's in blockers more than she is Pokemon Detective Pikachu. It's not about what movie made more money. It's about what movie she's in more.
I need to rewatch Blockers. That was a good movie.
That's all you got from that?
Yes, that's all I got from that. Anyways, okay, yeah. So Catherine isn't a
Newcomer.
Oh, dear God, what is this movie? Anyways, she's not a newcomer. Anyways, yeah. So newcomer to the MCU, Catherine Newton, who took over the role of Cassie Lang, which I'm all for. I'm only nitpick I have about this is she didn't get any wings. So can she really be called Stinger? I don't know.
I mean, is she? Are they calling her Stinger?
Yeah, I think they're calling her.
Because I heard everyone say Stature.
She's not Stature. Well,
I mean, she did grow.
Okay, you're right. She's closer to Stature than she is Stinger, but she's in the purple.
I know she's in the purple, but hey, maybe she'll have wings in in her next appearance in the MCU.
Let me see what they call her. Hang on.
It just says Cassie Lang. I'm on Wikipedia, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say Cassie Lang / whatever. No, just says Cassie Lang.
Yeah,
but yeah, Emma Furran was the person who played.
Which is funny because she's actually more of a newcomer than anything else.
I mean, she's been acting since 2009.
But not much.
I mean, yeah.
She has a couple of walk-on TV roles here and there, and she has. I mean, does she?
Was in Blended with Adam Sandler.
Ugh, that awful movie.
But yeah,
and she's not even in the main cast, is she?
She's the daughter.
All right, lame. Anyways, well, not lame. Glad she's getting work, but
yeah,
movie sucks.
I was like,
it's not lame that they picked her. The movie's just lame in general. Okay. Anyways, going back to what we got totally sidetracked there. Yeah. So
we
nigga, all right. What was I say? Oh yeah. Go get us demonetized on freaking YouTube. You gotta bleep that.
Okay, no. So that's the stupid thing with YouTube. It's only within the first 10 to 15 seconds of the
All right. Okay.
If you curse or say anything explicit within the first 10 to 15 seconds of the video, it gets demonetized. But hey, we don't even get enough views to get monetization. So yeah, guys, can you please go subscribe to the damn YouTube channel? Look, don't even watch the video. Okay, just have it play in the background.
Look.
Listen to the podcast on YouTube.
I appreciate all 12 of you. All right.
11, because I'm one of those subscribers.
All right, what was I going to say? Then shoot, it's more like 10.
Oh, you subscribe to it too?
Yeah. All right, what was I going to say? Yeah, okay, so, so Michael Douglas didn't have much to do, and they kind of got overshadowed.
So do you think Evangeline Lilly kind of got scooted off the set because of her whole vaccination stuff?
Oh, she anti-vaxxer?
Because that's the funny thing. Like, bro, I remember, I was listening to a podcast and they were saying, bro, how many times did y'all forget Evangeline Lilly was in this movie?
I didn't forget she was in it. She definitely, she still has good chemistry with Paul Rudd. Her character and Scott's character, she didn't do much because she was off to the side, but I believe their relationship. Every time they're together, they look like they love each other. So no, I would say she did a good job for what she had. And they didn't have the time to do anything with her character.
Yeah,
she's established. There's no growth for her at this point. She resolved her daddy issues in the first film. They saved her mom in the second one. What else did she got to go for her? Exactly.
Okay.
Nothing. It's like, that's it. Scott's still kind of growing as a person. Now he's like, it's like he went from screw up again. And then, he's finding his feet, and now he's in the big time because he's seen as an Avenger technically. And he's not
getting mistaken for Spider-Man and had free coffee for the longest until he
right, but he's not actually on the team though. Well,
no.
He is.
Okay. So
he got recruited.
Yes, he got recruited. So this is my theory. It's not even really a theory. It's more of like who decides that you're an Avenger. And I say out of all of the members of the original team, pretty much anyone on that original team can make you an Avenger. So we saw with Hawkeye and Age of Ultron when he told Wanda, "Look, I can't babysit you. I can call your brother to come get you, but once you walk out that door, you're an Avenger." Tony Stark did it to
Peter
in Infinity War. Basically knighted him. You're an Avenger now. Captain America obviously did it with Scott.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing with Cap though. He said Avengers Assemble when he fought Thanos.
Yeah, everybody.
The whole army. Everybody got deputized.
Everybody in Wakanda.
Everybody got deputized. At least the royal family's Avengers in Wakanda.
Okay, so this is the thing that makes me mad about that scene. Now that we kind of backtrack. Why did Ramonda come out? Like, she ain't even do nothing.
Wait, she wasn't there.
She was there. She came out the portal.
It was Shuri and the Doja Malai were flanking T'Challa. Yeah, they weren't. Ramonda wasn't there. Why would she be there? I'm tripping. No, I know for a fact she was not there. One of us is tripping.
Is this a Mandela effect?
I think it is. Because she wasn't there, man. That makes no sense.
I feel like she was there.
She was at the end of the film. She was there. She was in the film. Funeral. She was at the funeral, and she was also at the celebration in Wakanda when they had the fireworks and they doing the Empire's Dead thing, Star Wars-esque panning where everyone was doing epilogues.
Yeah, but I
mean, okay, so there's a lot to like about this movie because I don't know. When you have this series has quickly become one of my favorites in the MCU, and like for instance, I love that that Randall Park was there having brunch with freaking Scott. That was dope. Yeah. I'm like, yo, they're friends.
Okay, so you're right. I'm tripping. It was Shuri, Okoye, and T'Challa.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah,
I'm like,
hey, Bombay.
But yeah. So I did like the opening montage, but I really feel like Scott went Hollywood, man.
Yeah, he did, definitely. He wrote a book.
He left his boys in the wind. We ain't get no movies. We ain't get no curves.
They didn't have time. It didn't make sense. Okay, here's the thing. Hold on. So, what's the director's name? Peyton
Reed. I like how you wide awake now. You got that. Right. You got the second win.
Yeah, I did. So Peyton Reed, he came out and said, and I agree with him, that it didn't make any sense that to have the wombats in the movie because it's mostly about family. But where is Cassie's mom and the stepdad?
Exactly.
I like those two characters.
No, they need to be riding Scott's coattails. Where's Bobby Cannavale and Jim Greer?
They didn't have to be in the action, but they should have been at the book signing.
Yeah,
they should have been at the book signing,
or in one of them opening montages.
Yeah. Or at the court, or at the police station, somewhere, shoehorn them in. So they weren't even at the birthday party. Yeah, what the hell?
Because Cassie's stepdad is a cop.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like what the fuck?
Like what the deuce? Like are they on vacation? Like look, they should have said they were on vacation or something.
Yeah,
like they
something like that.
Yeah, Cassie's over 18. She can take care of herself.
Is she over 18?
Yeah. Cassie is definitely over 18. Because, I know the actress definitely is.
She's 26. Yeah, she's from Orlando. Shout out to Florida.
Oh, what? Represent.
She might be playing a 16-year-old. You know how it is now.
Nah, son. I think she's playing an 18-year-old. I mean, we got a lot of young geniuses running around now because we got Riri's in college, so she's 19.
College,
yeah. So they aged her up too. Actually, we don't have any kid geniuses in Marvel at the moment.
We do not. All right.
Yeah, they aged up all the kid geniuses because I'm trying to think. Well, we don't know. Okay, so the Fantastic Four aren't going to have Valeria, so she's
I mean, we only have one kid.
Peter was a minor when he came in. And he was considered a genius.
Yes.
No, well, he's 18 now. Yes. But when he jumped in first, he was 17, 16.
Sophomore, yeah.
15, so 16, because he was definitely a genius of sorts.
And Homecoming, he said that he was a sophomore.
Yeah, and he was a genius of sorts. Yes. He's not saying. I don't think he's. I would like to see him come back in and mix it with more characters, but I don't think he's on the level of Riri and Cassie, which Cassie isn't a genius in the comic. So let's let that be known.
I mean, I don't think I would consider her a genius in this movie. I mean, she's got help.
Hang on, she built. No, Hank said, "Yo, this is all her. She developed that quantum engine thing. That at the very least, she's highly intelligent. I mean, that's PhD level stuff there. And all she did was give her the resources, and she did everything. He didn't help her.
But Janet probably did. I mean,
Janet did not do that because Janet.
No, I mean not Janet. Hope.
No, I don't think Hope did either because they consulted her, but no, she did everything.
Yeah.
And she ran over to the thing and dialed in the coordinates and pulled them out.
So the main.
I gotta get a shot. Hold on, I got more gushing to do. Like I said, there's lots to like about this movie. I am a sucker for comic accurate costumes, so I'm glad that Hope has her
yellow and
her wasp outfit, even though technically Hope Down isn't
a real
the wasp
in the comics.
She's not. She's an alternate future character, but she does have the wasp colors now. Thank you. Kang, Jonathan Majors looks so good. Oh my god, that costume looked so dope. The drip was real. Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, so here's the question: how many people you think are going to be Kang this year for Halloween?
Honestly, I might be King this Halloween. I might get that costume.
Okay, so here's the issue: you're going to have to shave your beard.
I ain't shaving nothing. All right, I'll just be
King with a beard.
I'm a variant. Okay, I got a nitpick. I think the variant scene could have been less corny. Like, what was that?
I mean, I had no problem with it.
It was a little wonky, though.
It was a Council of Kings, so...
Yeah, I know. No, that was fine. I like the three guys that came up. They were fine. The crowd, though? Like, why are y'all so manic and weird?
Because they not the ones in lead. They just basically the sheep. So
right. So is it the Citadels of Ricks? If you think about it, nothing makes sense. You got to not think about it.
You do know this was written by a writer of Rick and Morty, right?
Oh, well, that explains it. Okay, that explains. Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I think this is like the one rare example of the film journalism industry not getting it, which it happens from time to time, and they just didn't get it, and that's fine, and they scored it incorrectly, in my opinion. Okay, this movie's a solid 72.
This is actually, I actually just saw an article on Wired. It was a review of Hogwarts Legacy, okay? And it seems like the person didn't even play the damn game because they didn't even talk about the game. They just talked about J.K. Rowling and her trans bashing and gave the game a 1 out of 5.
Okay, so hold on though. So in that regard, that person took a stance and didn't play the game, and said that for these XY reasons, that's my review, 1 star. So that's the thing. Now there was this controversy a while back where someone at IGN plagiarized a review and didn't play the game and just plagiarized someone's review and posted it and did the thing,
copied and pasted,
right? And then they got in trouble for it. And it was a whole thing. So, but this person said, "Yo, these are the reasons why the game sucks." So that I will have to say that's fine what they did there because of the controversy. This game is very divisive.
Yeah, but Samir, you can't write a video game review on a game that you didn't play.
No, yeah, he can because he told you why he didn't.
Then don't make it a video game review. Make it an op-ed piece.
Look, there's tons of other outlets that actually played the game. This individual,
I know that. But this individual don't need to be writing video game reviews for a game they didn't play.
They probably have written tons of video game reviews and played tons of video games. This is the one time where they said, "Yo, I'm not playing it because X, Y, Z."
One time, don't play it. Don't write a review.
He didn't write the review. He wrote the reasons why he didn't play the review. So that wasn't a review. That was a critique of J.K. Rowling.
But it literally says Hogwarts Legacy.
You're fixating. You're fixating. All right? Just get over it. The person critiqued J.K. Rowling instead of writing an actual game review. Yeah. That was the point of the article. Just stop fixating on it. You're fixating.
Samir?
Yes?
If I tell you I'm going to give you an orange and I give you a banana, what are you going to say to me?
Oh, well, you gave me the wrong fruit.
No, I didn't.
And then I'll move on.
No,
and then I'll move on. But then I'll move on. I'm like, okay, sir.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
And also on that note, you would have to have a purpose as to why are you telling me it's an orange when it's a banana. This person has a clear context why they're doing what they're doing. But in your context, there is no context why you're lying about the fruit.
All I'm saying is, man.
All you're saying is you're fixating. Back to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, in this regard, I think they just missed the mark, and this happens from time to time. The industry is filled by humans. Humans do error. I'm not going to say now. There's obviously a growing movement of people saying that, film critics don't know what they're talking about. I think they often do, more times than not. 8 times out of 10, I think they have a good critique of what a film can what it is and what isn't.
All right, so like we said, this film actually climbed up to a 48, as opposed to before where it was
a 46 or something.
No, a 47. It was toe to toe with Eternals. So 185 critics pretty much don't know what the hell they're talking about because it has 354 reviews altogether, 169 fresh, 185 rotten. These are people who actually work for
articles, websites, newspapers, things like that. Yeah.
Yes. So here's one right here. They gave a synopsis. Anyone who fears that too many blockbusters are becoming too similar won't feel fortunate while watching. The MCU is going massive on Kang. Patently, if only it kept Ant-Man picture small.
So that's the thing. So I think there's a consensus among the industry that Ant-Man should be the everyman superhero when he doesn't have to be.
And see, that's the thing. They're missing the point. Because Cassie even says that. She's like, you're not even looking out for the little guy anymore. You're just waiting for the Avengers to call. So his ego is inflated at this point. And that's what they were trying to say. Hell, they even said that in the Quantum one. What happened to looking out for the little guy? Scott's not worried about the little guy. He's worried about getting his daughter home. He's worried about going to sign some more books and getting free coffee. I ain't paying for $12 worth of coffee and on the West Coast in San Francisco.
Yeah, that car is probably expensive out there.
Yeah, so it's just like the reviews missed the mark, honestly.
It happens.
So let's get into a few things of note. So it was reported that the visual effects team actually had to take a few shortcuts on this film because
I like the visual effects in this movie.
Yeah, me too. And they had to go work on Wakanda Forever. So I didn't have any issues with the visual effects. So yeah, I mean,
here's another issue I have. With people, this is critic and audience member alike. People are getting tired of green screen movies, and I'm like, I don't have a problem with them. To be perfectly real, 100% candid, I don't have a problem with green screen movies. You can't everything can't be practical effects. Okay, You can't go to a location, film it, and do. Honestly, I much prefer green screen movies to location movies most of the time. All right, most movie sets aren't going to have the resources to not only keep the area as it should be, because films can leave behind a lot of toxic waste, okay, and trash and things like that in those natural locations when they film. So if you're going to do that, no, go to a green screen. I'd rather for you stay in the goddamn studio, okay?
Yeah, perfect example of that, guys. You can go on our Instagram. I actually posted a reel of the behind the scenes of The Last of Us, so you get to see the visual effects and what was real and what was not.
Yeah,
and a lot of it is literally blue screen. And I actually brought this up when I bought this Shang-Chi Blu-ray, how they decided to scrap the whole final scene. They built the set and everything of him fighting his father and just decided, hey, let's green screen it instead because it didn't look right.
I like the dragon in Shang-Chi.
I'm not talking about the dragon. I'm talking about him and his father, fighting.
Oh, that was a cool fight.
Yes. So they built an actual set and all that stuff. So the ground was real and everything, and they made some of the scales and whatnot for that demon dragon thingy. Then it just didn't look right. So sometimes, at this point, you kind of got to go full green screen because practical don't really look that good sometimes.
Practicals are hard, dude. They are super hard. It takes forever. And not everyone's George Miller. What about Mad Max Fury Road? 90%, actually, say more 75% of that movie is practical effects. All right, they didn't have to.
That movie was also shot in Australia, so
it was also shot in Australia. All right, and y'all out there in the desert with sand going everywhere. No, I'm not going to sit there if an actor doesn't want to go out on location, go in the goddamn desert, get sand and God knows what. Okay, friggin', I wonder what Furiosa is going to look like. You know, where they going to film that and stuff like that.
Probably Australia.
Yeah. Oh, and y'all say, oh yeah, James Cameron's nuts. He almost drowned those people. Well, y'all want non-green screen, or do y'all want people getting drowned? Like there's this
Cue the sonic music.
Yeah. Yeah, basically that's what it is. It's like it's hard filming practical and on location. Okay, I mean, sometimes it's fun because you get to go to New Zealand and film Lord of the Rings, and other times it's like no, you got to break the world record because you got to hold your breath and look like a badass. All right, everybody's built like that, so I don't mind.
You just
green
couldn't
screen
help but
effects.
sprinkle a little bit of Avatar facts in there, could you?
I don't know what you're talking about. That movie's amazing. All right. The water, the special effects, it was so good.
Sir,
also,
it's
funny.
Ant-Man.
It's funny that we talk about this because Avatar: The Way of Water is like nothing but special effects, but also it's using a lot of practical effects. So that man is visionary. Anyways, like I said, if your name
Mandalorian, but you want
if your name ain't George Miller or James Cameron, George Lucas. Actually, they actually criticized Lucas for his use of special effects in the prequel trilogies. They didn't like it. They like the use of CGI, and I actually like the CGI in the prequel trilogy. I'm a huge prequel fan. I'm a huge sequel fan too. Okay, all right. So you know, I honestly, if it's good, sure. If it stands up, great. Did it age well? You know.
Who knows?
Honestly, the prequel trilogy, there's not that much that didn't age well in that film. Like the Anakin riding on the weird pig thing in Naboo, that one didn't age well.
Oh, you said Naboo. I'm thinking of
the pod racing aged well. God, that still looks good to this day. Jar Jar Binks flipping into the water didn't age well, but the Gungan City did, and pretty much all the Gungans look pretty good still.
Yeah,
you can tell they're CGI, but so what? They don't look janky. They don't look like freaking Reptile from the first Mortal Kombat.
Okay, Samir, let's get back to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'm circling back to it. The point is, I like the special effects in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I honestly forgot I was looking at a green screen. Everything looked how it was supposed to look. Okay, and the size manipulation was great. I loved all that. It was great. Yeah. Kang's powers were cool. MODOK looked okay. Looked fine.
It's MODOK.
Can we talk about MODOK?
I was getting ready to get into that. So MODOK is pretty hard to do CG because he's literally just a floating head with baby arms and legs.
They could do a puppet. They could have do puppets, but that would have been hard.
No, they had a live action stand-in, but puppets. No, man, you ain't gonna have it up here looking like a goddamn Jim Henson movie.
I mean, Jim Henson movie. Oh, that's another thing. They forget. Oh, no, Netflix did that. That wasn't anyone. But yeah, I mean, no one watched that thing. The Dark Crystal.
Samir, focus.
I'm focusing. You want me? Look, you want me to sleep or you want me up? What's up? What was I? MODOK. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can we talk about MODOK? He was hilarious.
I mean, it's MODOK. You can't take MODOK seriously. He's a mechanical organism designed only for killing.
Yeah.
I like how they just kept cutting Darren off. He's giving his backstory. They got the thematic monologue music. Darren?
Oh yeah, Corey Stoles though he did a good job.
Yeah. Why are you always adding the plural son?
Stole. Okay, whatever. And he's like, at least I died in Avenger. Like, what? Okay, sure, fine. It's like you were like a brother to me. What? All right, whatever.
But you tried to kill me and my daughter.
Yeah, it's like he was definitely off his rocker at the end. That was hilarious.
Hey, it was the pen particles. Remember, his helmet didn't protect his brain.
Oh yeah, that was a leak in that. Oh, he was unstable. Yeah, that explains that. And I love the exchange he had with Cassie. That was cool when she whipped his ass. He said, "Stop being a dick."
Did we really need to see MODOK's little ass though?
Yes.
All right. So, how do you feel about Janet just not telling anybody about anything that happened?
Bad idea. I know why she did it. She felt guilty and ashamed, so she hid it. It's good writing. It makes sense. But if I'm looking at her as a person, no, Janet, don't lie to your family. They would have forgiven you. and you kind of screwed the pooch. But we understand why you didn't do it, and blah blah blah. No, the writing was solid there. It's not like Admiral Holdo not telling anyone the plan in The Last Jedi. It's not that. It's not giving that. It makes sense why she didn't tell anybody.
All right. So, one of my favorite agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually was in this movie, and that was Katie O'Brien. She played Jintora.
Oh.
Who was the leader of the Resistance.
Cool.
I went with Loco and Johnny from the Three Shades podcast, and Loco kept calling her Rufio because she was giving big Rufio and Hook vibes. I'm like, is she gonna die?
Well,
I'm glad she didn't, but she was actually also on the Rookie for like one episode. So it was, and I was watching. I'm like, I know her from somewhere. I can know her from somewhere, and I just couldn't figure it out. But all in all, I pretty much enjoyed the movie.
okay. Real talk. I liked it more than Wakanda Forever.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But you know, I was going to shame you because it's Black History Month?
No, I wasn't even thinking about that at all. Now, I would shame you for the hot take on.
Shut up, okay?
Hey, everybody, this man here.
I will mute you.
This man.
You're muted. You're muted. What?
You can't mute the truth, okay?
But, so, what'd you think of well, you already kind of gave your thoughts on the mid-credit scene with the Council of Lokis. I like seeing Ramatut and Immortus. They didn't really give away who the other king was. Everyone was saying maybe Iron Lad, but no.
No, not Iron Lad. Well, who are we missing for that team?
For Young Avengers, we're missing Iron Lad. We're missing Iron Lad and Teddy.
It could be, it could be
no,
Iron Lad.
Remember, he didn't align with Kang. You really need to go back and reread Young Avengers.
He eventually did. He became a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, to save the Young Avengers.
Yeah. No, I meant later on. When they brought back not the first part.
Yeah, you're talking about the Children's Crusade.
Children's Crusade. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. And all the Young Avengers stuff is going to be put on hold, so we won't be getting Teddy anytime soon. Or
why they put it on hold? What you talking about?
They're just trying to slow down things.
This is why I hate. This is why I hate people. It's too much. Blah blah blah. No, just take my mouth, put the funnel in it, and just drown me in the content. I just want it all. All right, I want my Young Avengers. I want Young Avengers. I want X-Men. I want them as soon as possible. So roll these movies out. Move the timeline up. Okay? Give me that shite. That's what I want.
Pause.
No, don't pause. It's 2023. I want all my innuendos and double entendres. All right? I want it. Full implications. Okay? All the context. Okay? I want it. Put it on my face all day. I want to be bathed in it. All right? All right. Did you give your what? Are we going to score this movie?
Well, we didn't talk about the post-credit scene, the sneak peek of Loki season 2 with.
Yeah, that was hot. That was cool.
So, I don't think you read 1609. It was basically the Marvel miniseries that takes place in 1609. And so that's where that version.
I call cap on them. I mean, depending on what country it is, I guess they wouldn't carry you black.
Ain't gonna be no racism in Marvel.
I'm like, yo, why they always people kill this black guy here?
We had a black Howling Commando.
I mean, that could he could have that could be high ranking military officials at that time. They just couldn't go home. That's the problem. That's the problem with America. They got rank because they couldn't deny that. Oh yeah, you're awesome, great. And then when you get home, but you got to drink in that water fountain. So yeah, hey, for the troops though, right? Yeah, let's salute the troops and let's not kneel for the flag because we got to respect the troops. Little did they know, they've been disrespecting troops since day one, just a different color.
Hey, this ain't a political podcast.
It's Black History Month.
Really do.
What?
Shut up. All right, so I am going to give this movie a 9.
Ooh, 9. Dang.
Okay.
You really liked it.
Yes, I really did like it, but I really felt like we needed Scott's game, and it was pretty fucked up how T.I. had all those allegations, but they were quick to say, oh, T.I. ain't in the movie.
What allegations?
So, yeah, some girl came out and said that him and his wife raped her.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, so Marvel jumped in front of a gun and said, hey, T.I.'s not in this movie.
I mean, you gotta move quick. I don't...
Okay, but Marvel really needs to stop doing that. They need to wait for, stuff to settle down. You see how quick they were to fire James Gunn, and DC scooped his ass back up, and they're like, hey, James, we're sorry. Yeah, the cast is not coming back. But they weren't quick to say, hey, Michael Pena's not in this. But they were like,
Michael Pena is not problematic.
I didn't say that he was not problematic. But once again, all that stuff, T.I. got found not guilty of any charges. They didn't get, I don't even think they gave him an apology. The apology needs to be as loud as the outrage. Because, like I said, as soon as that stuff started...
They quietly fired him, though. It wasn't that big.
No, it was... We talked about it. It wasn't like it was a low-key thing. It was like they did a press release and everything.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
What about the other guy? What's his name?
David Dastmalchian. He did the voice of Vive, the big, the Yield-like guy who could shoot lasers, the yellow...
that was him?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, what's up? I'm glad he was back in the movie.
It was either him or he was the one who finally got holes.
Hold on, I'm going to check right now.
Yeah, because I was trying to find it. No, yeah, he was Veb. Yeah, the slime-like creature who lives in the quantum realm. So, yeah, he was the one. How many holes do you have? So, yeah, that was him.
7. And then, so that was actually a really good exchange because he had to think, like, yeah, I got 7
Yeah,
holes.
I was thinking about that. I was like, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 7.
Oh, hang on. Okay, I got a criticism. Did we need Bill Murray in this movie?
Yeah, we really didn't.
He could have been anybody.
Yeah, guys, all you William Jackson Harper fans, he ain't Reed Richards. And everyone's like, yeah, man, they wasted him in the MCU. I'm like, okay, maybe this is all he wanted to do.
Why the heck would he was supposed to be Reed Richards?
I don't know. Everybody's like, oh my God, Chidi's going to be Reed Richards. We're getting a Fantastic Four movie. Why would they introduce Reed Richards in the quantum realm?
Also, I think he's too short.
Oh my God, stop it. He's playing Reed Richards. He can stretch. Okay? Well, he was rumored to play Reed Richards. He too short. He too short to be a fictional character. Bro, it's like, shut up.
Just saying, man.
I'm just saying, shut up, man. He's 5'8".
Oof. That's short. That is short.
You need help. You gonna tell us what you rate the movie? Go ahead and go to sleep.
8.6.
Okay, Samir, why the fuck is the 0.6?
To irritate you. Oh man. Yeah, Bill Murray's character. I had to chip off some points for that. I think he was a waste of screen time, and the lack of continuity with the mom and the stepdad also knocked off some partial points. I could have used more Randall Park. So, I mean, yeah, you know why they could have shaded out Bill Murray's character and added more Randall Park.
So are we gonna talk about Jan? Did you think Jan fucked King?
No,
because they were down there for a while.
I mean, how long would you be able to resist Jonathan Majors?
Well, for starters, I don't swing that way, sir.
Okay, fine. Lie to us. Whatever, Bernard. It's okay. This is a safe space. No judgment, sir. It's fine.
Don't make me put your dirty laundry out there.
My turn. What you talk? I have no dirty laundry. My wife cleans it all. All right. Yeah. So are we gonna close out?
But yeah, I mean, because it's obvious that her and Bill Murray got it on.
Oh no, they said it. Yeah, he said he used to be a bit more charming, and it's like they had that funny exchange about them needing it. She was MIA dead for 30 years,
and only thing Hank did was go on one date.
And probably a lot of hookups, or maybe like
no, because remember, it wasn't her. The person he went out on a date with. It wasn't her.
Yeah, it wasn't her.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And we are the Angry Blerds podcast.
Oh, well, join us next time. Same Blerd channel, same Blerd network.
All right, so next week it's going to be a double Pedro Pascal phenomenon because The Mandalorian also comes back next week. So we will be reviewing the first episode of that, or however many episodes they decide to drop. It's probably going to be one, but who knows? So, and hopefully Samir will be able to stay awake next time, guys. So be sure to rate, review.
I was tired today. I just got off work.
Tell a friend, drink a Red Bull, bitch. Be safe, be easy. We will see you next week. Samir, tell the people goodbye.
Live long and prosper. Stay classy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're reviewing Cocaine Bear because that's technically not nerd related. It's just a bear.
What the hell? What you talking about is not nerd related.
It's a bear on coke.
I'm sorry, sir. That movie is definitely right up our alley.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
But Creed isn't?
No, it's a sports movie.
Bitch, didn't we review Space Jam?
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
I didn't watch that movie.
No, you did. We reviewed Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I don't recall.
I got it in the notes.
Also, Nick, Space Jam, they got Looney Tunes in that movie.
It's still a sports movie.
Man, F out of here. Cocaine Bear is a mystery thriller comedy that's totally in our wheelhouse.
I don't know. I gotta check my funds. I might not be able to go see it.
Well, then say that.
But also, once again, yeah.
Oh, Carrie Russell, where you been at, girl? What's up?
You didn't know Carrie? Bye, everybody.
I've been keeping my nose clean of this movie. Pun intended.
Really?
And I have not been looking into the trailers. I've looked into the cast.
How have you not? No, don't do that bullshit. Because you did watch
Stop the cap.
You talked about it when the first trailer dropped. But I told you the motherfucker who be doing all them job videos on TikTok was in it, and you were like, who?
I honestly have not looked at the full trailer of this movie. If I did, it's only because I said I probably looked at the full partial clip. But I'm going to go into this blind. I know nothing about this movie, and I'm excited.
Captain America. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.